Okay. I think we're live. I am just curious to see if where we are live. Steel Rat, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, Michael is in. I've got quite the setup here because there you all come. Hey everybody, welcome in. This is so much fun. Megan will be here in a few minutes. She is just finishing up an errand, and the traffic is a little bit funky today. Arrow is here. Marcos is here. Helvering's Army. How are you? How are you? All y'all is the correct way to say it. Thank you, Michael. That is as inclusive as we get. Oh me, it has been quite a year, hasn't it, my friends? This is going to be fun today. First of all, if you are the 420 type, I have brought out my larger pipe. I did clean it, even though it might not look like it. But I am going to start off by partaking of this. It is 420. Actually, it's 424, so we are behind. So cheers, my good friends, to 2021. I'm going to go this way because I have it backwards. Okay, I think we're ready now. Let's see, Russell is in, Rand is in, Stefan is here. Hi, Tom. James, cheers. From Arizona, we are over here in, Dackling is here, all right? We're over here in New Jersey, and it's been a little bit of an overcast day, but we're enjoying it. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. It is really good to see you. We've got a couple of things on tap today, and it's going to be quite fun. So I am thankful that you are spending some time with us. We have the reason why my setup is a little bit funky and I'm a little bit on edge to make sure that it works is because I am going to attempt to live stream my own reaction here. So on this live stream, I am going to attempt to premiere our 300th episode, which is our 2021 highlight reel. And you want to know how long the highlight reel is? It's like 36 minutes. That's the best I could do. We reached out to people. Thanks, JJ. My next toke will be for you, my friend. What was I saying? The highlight reel. We had so many people suggesting, here's where we think that these spots are right. We love this one. We love this one. We love this one. And what we ended up doing. Hey, Alexandra and Levy, welcome in. Glad that you're here. I just couldn't take out anything more from the highlight reel because it's been a year, y'all. I mean, at this time last year, at the end of December of 2020, the Daily Doug was active, but I had not hardly done any musical stuff. I was mainly just doing some political commentary for my own benefit, not thinking that anybody would really watch because of the election season in 2020. And after that all died down, I was still looking for a job. And these reaction videos just kind of popped into the channel in late January, and off we went. And it was by about the time Ash, Megan, I did make her not a gin and tonic, but this is some gin with half lemonade and half cranberry. So she's going to enjoy that one. Let's see. I do have my Blantons here for when we partake later. This is my favorite stuff. I don't have much left. I have to go back to Kentucky where I can get some of this, and hope that I can. Oh, let's see. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Hi, Kevin. Slavek. Greetings from Poland. Thank you for being here. So when we get to it, I'm going to try to... Arrow's got some Blantons. All right. Good stuff. When we go to play the highlight reel with you, I'm going to move the camera so that I'm kind of over here in the corner, and then the video will kind of be in this region over here, and we'll be able to do basically me reacting to me live. One other thing that you may have seen when I moved the camera are my brand new headphones, y'all. Breaking news. These are, I can't even do this right. Dun, 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 dun. Sennheiser. These were highly recommended to me, and they just came in today, and I already love them. I still love my Bose headphones that I've had for 13 years. They're great noise-canceling headphones, and I absolutely love them, and they've been a wonderful addition to us over the years, especially on planes. The noise-canceling stuff helps tremendously, because I can have the noise-canceling on without the wires at all and drown out the noise of the engines. But these I'm very much loving so far. These are the HD 600s. We had a few folks donate to this, including my mother. So it's kind of half us, some from our patrons, and some Christmas from my dear old mother, and happy about those. Yes. Meme Lord, I strive for nice cans, so we have a definite can upgrade. Dackling says, I think you'll need to break them in with some Devin Townsend soon. I think Devin Townsend's going to make an appearance in January on the channel. Over the past couple of days, I have been sort of lining out what I think I want to do in the first weeks of January, because I hadn't really planned it, and I'm already like through January and I've barely even scratched the surface. So we've got a lot of music to look forward to in the new year. But today's live stream is just a chance for us to get together and sort of celebrate the year that has been, to talk back and forth, and to reminisce. We've got the highlight reel coming up. We also have some trivia. My friends, Megan and John and I, our good friend John Franek, have come up with 5 trivia questions, and we have prizes. We have, actually, the prizes are going to be we'll send you a Daily Doug mug. How about that? So here's the way that it's going to work. When we get to the trivia, y'all, I will repeat this, but when we get to the trivia, you have to be willing to provide an address for us to send you a Daily Doug mug. And the way that it's going to work is in my chat, which I have the live chat on. Actually, I have top chat. I'm going to switch this to live chat. David, greetings. How's Nebraska? My dad's there in Omaha, and Megan's from Papillion, and I'm from West O. What were we talking about? Trivia. So here's what's going to happen. When we go to these trivia questions, the first person to type the correct answer in the chat will be the winner. So it's the first one that we see that is like the first, so however YouTube does it. So if you, good, Nebraska is good. So when we get there, these are going to be trivia questions about the year that has been and about some of our video content. So if any of y'all have, Arrow says a signed Daily Doug mug. I think we can make that, well, I'm not sure. We'd probably be ordering them directly from the supplier. So we'll see if we can make that happen, but that's a good idea. Maybe I'll sign it somebody else's name. Maybe. Anywho, but I can't believe we made it to the end of the year, y'all. It is so much fun to have, yeah, I've got slow mode on just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit of slow mode. And you will see on the chat, if you are with us, that I have pinned our new hooded sweatshirt. This is newly available. They now come in Doug sizes. So ours is on order. I ordered a 3X because I'm a larger person. So ours is on order. The ones that we had previously only went up to a 2X. So these ones, if you are interested, are a little bit less expensive than the other ones, which are still available. But these run in larger sizes. So it is the season, especially in the northern hemisphere, to have an extra sweatshirt around. So I hope that you will look at that. JJ, they go all the way up to 5X, my friend. I don't know if they ship to Australia, but we picked the largest array of sizes available in a design that we could. So wonderful. Let's see. Do any of y'all have specific questions for me? We pulled a few from earlier, and Megan's going to be here in a minute, so I will wait on the trivia for her. Mark says, January 26th, it all started with episode 44, Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. I remember. You will see a little bit of that in the highlight reel. The way that we did the highlight reel, it's going to start at the beginning and go all the way to the end. So it's chronological order throughout the year is how that's going to work. Slavic says, any Marillion coming up? We recently did some Marillion on the Patreon site. We refer to the Patreon site quite a bit. It's the link, I think, is in the description of the video. Patreon is a platform that allows folks like you that are supporters of the channel to have access to exclusive content via a monthly subscription. And I set the tiers, and we're trying to make it as inclusive as possible, so as low money per month as we can. Right now, the highest tier is only $5, and a $2 a month thing currently will get you access to all of our extended plays, all of the full albums. So if you are finding nothing on television that you want to hang out with and look at right now, but you'd like to take a look at maybe the entire Misplaced Childhood album, or the entire I think Fragile by Yes, we did. We've done several. We've done 2 Dream Theater albums. Yeah, we've got some Gentle Giant coming up, Mark. There's so much. Michael, I loved Karn Evil 9. It was a really, really fun piece. Let me see. A couple of folks, I'm going to go do some questions that were submitted in advance. Our friend Illume said we were discussing on our Patreon, actually on our Discord, the videos that prompted us or the fans to join. And she says, I was reminded that I subscribed to the channel after discovering your cooking videos. Will you be gracing us with recipe demonstrations again? I sure hope so. I really enjoyed doing those. All of those cooking videos came within a pretty brief amount of time. It was during the first part of the lockdown in spring of 2020. And we were home, and we would go to the grocery store and buy like as much as we could at one time that wouldn't spoil. And we'd basically be hermits for a couple weeks at a time before we went back to the store. And so we found ourselves just cooking a lot and without really doing a whole lot of other things. And so we thought, hey, why don't we do some cooking videos? If those yahoos on the Food Network can do it, why can't we? And so that's where those came from. And now that the channel has taken off, I haven't been prioritizing that much anymore. But I'm hopeful to. Maybe we'll do some over on the Patreon or some live hangouts, Doug in the kitchen. I'll make sure that I wear pants when those situations come about. Let's see. Arrow said we have a couple of videos that dive into progressive... Oh, I've said on a couple videos that the dive into progressive music has me interested in composing my own piece of progressive music. You even mentioned a couple times where you might consider borrowing some concepts of the music within the reactions. Can you go into a little bit about what you like most about progressive music and how it inspired you maybe in the upcoming year to write? I am hopeful. Thank you, Arrow, for the question. I am hopeful to... I have not written much lately because I've been busy. Basically, this has become a new business. So we've been really trying to have our intentions and our energy set towards that. But I would love to write something. And the one thing about progressive music specifically from a harmonic standpoint that I think will end up finding its way into my own harmonic language more than anything, excuse me, is the usage of these chromatic thirds. I have seen these chromatic third movements in prog all year, and I don't see them as much in traditional classical music. We tend to do pivots by fifths in traditional functional tonal music, and a lot of the prog music are doing pivots on the thirds. They'll take a common tone. Let's say that we are in A minor. An A, C, and an E are the root and the third and the fifth of those chords, right? Well, if I take the A and I use that one note as a pivot, then I can change the key into F sharp minor and keep the A in it, and then I move the F and the C from A minor to an F sharp and a C sharp, but that common tone of an A is still there. That's kind of an example of those chromatic third relationships. I really have gotten in. I've heard it from Dream Theater quite a bit. Rush does it all the time. That's some stuff that I've really started to groove on. I've also been grooving on all of these fun meters. Man, trying to figure out what meter Tool is in is something that I could probably do in a musical, in a full class at school, and try to quiz them on, because it's not easy. I think that. Are you ready to come on yet? Megan's in the room, and she is getting prepared. Megan is here.
I'm sorry I'm late.
We're sorry that you're here. And now that
Did you say you're sorry that I'm here?
I'm sorry. I'm happy that you are now here. That didn't happen. Just mark the tape.
No,
but now that you're here,
it was not a big deal.
Slavic, do you plan on sharing more of your? Hey, there she is.
Hello.
Sorry, I'll move this.
Oh, it's fine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hi.
So Slavic, I think, asked if I'm planning on sharing more of my own music. I've shared about as much as I can so far of stuff that I think has very good recordings. So if there are people out there that would like to do some of my music and record it and have it be lovely enough to include on the channel, that would be fun too. I need to write some more stuff and get some other of my stuff that I really enjoy included and in the mix, and get people performing it. That would be great. But you have your drink. I now, since you're here, I can pour mine. This is our Blanton's. Yeah. Kentucky bourbon, my friends. This is where it is.
Such good stuff.
Y'all,
normally I don't gush over
you
bourbon.
Don't even
it's
know.
Not that I don't like bourbon. I like bourbon. I don't normally gush over it.
I gotta save enough to get me through New Year's.
I gush over Blanton's.
It's really good. We've had our fair share of whiskey and bourbons and stuff. It's in a league of its own. I'm not even kidding you.
I hope that people won't judge me because
Pardon
I'm
me.
not drinking whiskey today. I wanted something fruity.
I'm just hanging out with this for a little bit.
Hang out with that for a minute. It's worth it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
That is just wonderful. Just get a nose full. I mean, look at all that. That's just absolutely lovely. You see the reflection of our ring light in that. So, my friends, cheers. Thank you for all your support this year, and we just love all of you. And
yes, we do.
This is doing this has been so much fun. Michael, we've got some herb too, so just hang in there. All right. Cheers, Arrow, and everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
I just happened to see
Cheers,
Arrow's
Becky.
cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Anello, if you can find some of this, I promise you this one doesn't taste like disinfectant. I have tasted some whiskeys that come close. But this is pretty darn tasty.
That's delicious. So is this.
Tommy asks, honest question, do you only take suggestions from paid submissions? Been requesting a song for better half of a year. No.
It's not actually true.
It's not by paid subscription only. Actually, I do personally answer all of the messages that come into our Patreon and through Discord. And then our team, which is a small team, is the team that goes through, and one other.
Well, as far as the emails go, that's you and I.
Yeah, it's between us, and sometimes we get to write back, and sometimes we just we can't get to everything that comes in because there's a lot that comes in, y'all.
Yeah, and how many emails would you say on a daily basis?
Between Facebook, my personal email, the Daily Doug Gmail, and the Patreon and everything else,
Discord
I probably
messages.
get between 75 and 100 messages a day just on this.
Yeah.
And Alex says, "Do you need an unpaid intern? Sign me up." Maybe.
We might take you up on that.
We have some very dedicated volunteers that have stepped up and help us. We have moderators on our channel.
Yes.
We have a few folks that help out maintaining the directory that you see.
Huge thanks.
I mean, that I use a directory all the time because I can't remember what I've done myself.
Sometimes it's easier just to click over to that than it is to go into YouTube Studio and pull all the things up and whatever. For sure.
But to the question about writing my own piece of prog, I think the next thing that I want to try is going to have a prog feel to it. I think that's the way that I want to go. Just to see what swimming in that particular pool feels like. I'll have to ask some people how you actually chart music, how they write it. Are if I write notation for a guitar player, would they rather have a tab or just a chord chart and all that sort of stuff? So we'll see. But I'm hoping to have time to pop in there and see what happens. Alex says, "Who is your dream interview or conversation for 2022?" I have one. I have one that I'm hoping. I haven't made the ask yet. I'm just going to see if I can. But I would love to talk with Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. I know that they've got some new music coming out, and he seems like a very fun person to have a conversation with. So if any of y'all know Ian, hook a Doug up, my friends, is what I would say. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you.
Laptop cord.
Okay. Let's see. Do y'all? Peter asked if I do indeed write a prog piece in the coming year, will I let the fans submit reaction videos to it? And he says, "Turnabout is fair play." Absolutely. If you want to do a reaction video to one of my original pieces, if you want to do a reaction video to one of my reaction videos, YouTube is a marketplace of ideas, right? So that's the fun part about YouTube, is that everybody gets sort of equal footing, and see. I promise I won't be the one that blocks you if you do that. Oh, me. Would y'all like to know what my several people wrote in and asked, what is my favorite video of the year? And that's really what you all came to hear, didn't you? Should we just start with that? People have asked, what is my favorite video from the Daily Doug this coming year? And I think that I have an answer. I'm wondering if if anybody is wondering if Robert Fripp is officially retired. Give him a call. It's not a bad idea. Whoa. Maybe I can convince him to let me put up some King Crimson reviews on YouTube. Eduardo, please stop. Thank you. Let's see, what were we gonna do? Y'all are wanting to know my favorite video of the year. Drum roll, whatever it is. Honestly, I loved a ton, but it has to be Close to the Edge by Yes. That was the one that got me closer to like emotionally breaking down in the middle of a reaction than I've ever come to. That music really got through my sort of academic lens and just couldn't help but hit my emotions. When I do these reaction videos, I am in the mode of teacher. I am in the mode of professor. It's like I'm in the classroom. And when I'm doing that, and when I'm reacting to a piece of music and doing a critical listen, I'm doing so without judgment of the piece. After teaching for as long as I have, and teaching composition specifically for as long as I have, you get accustomed to accepting the sounds and the musical ideas that people give you at face value without judgment. And you only seek to just understand them and see how they can be made better and more concise and all that sort of stuff. And when I'm looking at these, I tend to not have, as an extension of that, I tend to not get too emotional about the music because that's not my job in the moment. But the Close to the Edge just ripped me up. If you go, I have a playlist on the channel called Doug's Dozen. These are my personal top 12 currently that I like of the entire list. And if you go to the first 5 on that list, you'll get Close to the Edge, you'll get Inca Roads by Zappa, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Octavarium, is that 1, 2, 3, or 4, I think. But those 4 are like the favorites of mine personally. If I was to go back and watch some, that's the ones that I might go back and watch. Juan, is Megan so musical than you, or as musical than you? Megan has a better ear than I do, y'all. Trust me on this. My ear, she's still getting her laptop together. My ear and what I can do with it is the result of years, like decades of study and practice. Megan's got the ear in the family. Andre is asking for a react of The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. On our Patreon, my good friend, is the entire album. That thing about wrecked me for a day and a half because I did the entire double album in one sitting.
Yep.
Woo!
That was a lot.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you. Harry said, your channel is what has got me through a very difficult year. Thank you
Gotten us too.
For all you do. That's exactly the point I wanted to make, is that we've heard that from some different people, and it's extremely gratifying for me, I know. I mean, you're the one who's really running the show, and I know that I can speak for you to say that it's gratifying for you to hear that too from folks, but
just knowing,
really it's also gotten Doug and me both through a very difficult time.
It scratches my teaching
lives.
itch, and just knowing that there are people on the other side of the camera that come to look to this as like to our content as sort of like a daily friend coming by for a nice listen with some music. It just means the world to us. It really does. It gives us something to do with our day that's positive and that we feel very strongly about and just love doing, and really looking forward to 2022. It's been 30 minutes. Should we start with the trivia?
Let's start with
do you have the trivia or
I do. I had to restart my laptop, so oh no, it's in my
my friends, Harry,
I've got it here.
Harry says I'm the Bob Ross of music. I will take that as a major compliment.
Wow.
Well, we just got a happy little A chord over here. We got a happy little C chord over. Ooh, what if you drew a little F chord over there? And holy awesome. Buckets! Look at that suspension. That happy
holy
little
suspension.
Buckets. Oh, fun. So like Megan is getting our live stream questions up. So here's how this is going to work, y'all. Our trivia questions. My brain is going a mile a minute, my friends. I need to just slow down and enjoy it.
Slow down a little bit. So trivia questions.
The trivia is going to be, we're going to ask the question. You're all listening live on the live stream. You all have equal access to it. The first person in the live chat to get the right answer is the person that wins. The caveat is you cannot win more than once. We're not going to send 5 mugs to one person. Okay?
Yeah. That wouldn't be fair.
Megan's working the camera.
Sorry, I'm just...
The other thing is that you have to be willing to provide us a shipping address so that we can send it to you. Okay? And we can handle that later offline. Okay? Should we do the first one? Or do we know what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Megan's going to ask the question.
Oh, I get to ask
Megan gets to ask the trivia question.
Well,
this is going to be fun.
Okay. So.
Okay.
We have all seen Dr. Doug smoke a little bit from time to time on camera.
For sure.
And in videos. So, in which Daily Doug video did...
Episode. Not a live stream.
Okay.
In which numbered episode?
In which Daily Doug episode did Doug first smoke from his pipe or water pipe or whatever? First smoke.
What do we think? What do we think? What do we think?
That's the right answer right there.
Thiago Napoli.
Thiago?
The Hocus Pocus episode.
That's correct.
We need to write that down.
That's correct.
Congratulations. Yay.
What we need for you to do, anybody who wins today, we just need you to email your shipping address to it's the Daily Doug at gmail.com.
That was fun. Right off the bat. Actually, I went into this thinking that it was a different episode. If you go back to the episode that we did on April 20th, y'all, our 420 episode, we did Bob Marley, Kaya. And I was thinking that I smoked during that episode, but I only held up a nice little bud that I was going to enjoy afterwards. But that was correct. Wonderful. Let's see, Bob Ross hair. I need to figure out how I'm trying. I am growing my beard out.
Yes.
The last several weeks I've been letting that thing grow a little bit.
I like it when you...
It was my own little ode to Santa Claus.
I like when your beard gets a little fuller. That's kind of nice.
Yep. So, do we want to go with the second trivia?
Question?
Let's do another trivia.
Okay.
I think this is are you going to do that one?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is an easy one, y'all.
It's an easy one.
So be ready.
Especially if you are well-versed on Doug's channel. What is the most watched video on Doug's channel?
Yeah, if they go and try to figure it out, it might take a little bit. But they might know.
Castle Walls by Sticks would be
That'd be good, Michael. Pink Floyd, Shiny Crazy Diamond is not... the Steve Vai episode is not.
Not Phantom of the
Sound
Opera.
of Silence,
There
Harry
it is.
Garold.
Harry Garold.
Gets it. Harry. Excellent. Nice job. Yeah, good old episode 69, my friends. It's been a winner for us all year. That was a fun for John. Hi, John. That was a pretty disturbing question.
Hi, John.
Oh, Lordy. That was such a fun episode, and it's the first time I'd ever heard any music by Disturbed, and the fact that it was such a powerful cover of that song. In most ways, I think they elevated the song, and I've gone back and watched that reaction several times this year. Yeah, that one's got, I think it's over 700,000 views. It's nuts.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Russ says this is like a pub quiz for sure.
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, me.
That's
well,
what we were going for.
Should we do one more, or before we go to the highlight reel? Because the highlight reel is 36 minutes, y'all, and y'all have things to do. This is why we're doing this on Christmas Eve. We're gonna be here for a while.
New Year's Eve.
What did I say? Christmas.
You said Christmas. It's okay.
My
we
brain
all
does
know.
that.
We all know.
Anywho,
it's all good. Okay, well, let's do the next question.
The next question.
So, what was Doug's first full album reaction on YouTube?
Oh, that's a good question.
Now, we're talking about full album all in one go, not broken up between different videos.
Mm-hmm.
So, first full album reaction on YouTube, not like on Patreon.
It wasn't Lamb. Ash coming through. Gentle Giant.
I missed it. Who got it?
Ash got it.
Ash, excellent.
Ash Armstrong.
Ash, thank you.
Ash is a good friend over on Facebook, and thought that he might be able to make it over here. Marcos, we did Scenes from a Memory. That was the first one for the Extended Play Lounge that we then cross-listed on YouTube. Yeah. But Gentle Giant was the first full reaction or full album reaction that I did on the channel, and I happened to do it in one go. And the reason why even at the beginning of the year, I didn't even know who Gentle Giant was. I mean, that's how crazy this is. And the very first full album reaction we do is to a band that's, 5 months earlier, I didn't know who they were. But one of the Schulman sons reached out to me and said that
that's right.
the Steven Wilson remix of that was being released, and they asked if I would be willing to take a stab at it. And at the time, I thought, sure. Why the hell not? Arrow says it's no longer on YouTube, unfortunately. I know, isn't that always the way? Like 3 or 4 months later, it gets blocked and taken off YouTube, or partially blocked. Yeah. So that is thanks, Ash. That one is available on our Vimeo site. So, and the funny thing is, I wrote to the band or the same Schulman son, who I can't remember his first name now, but
I wish I could. It's not coming to my
maybe
head.
Noah.
That might be right.
But Russell sold me the CD. However, there you go. Mark. Yeah, these delayed blocks happen all the time. I'll end up something will be like, I'll get an email like, this generated a copyright claim out of nowhere, and it's not when I'm uploading something. I'm like, what is this for? I'm like, oh, that's a video 4 months ago.
Like weeks later.
Just happened to do it. Yeah. Oh, me. So, y'all, this is...
So we're going to do the video, and we do have a couple more trivia questions. So
yeah, hang around until afterwards, because we have 2 more trivia questions that we'll get to. But this is going to be fun. So what I'm hoping, we uploaded this highlight reel to YouTube 2 days ago, and we got 20 separate copyright claims on it. And but thankfully, not one of them went to strike or went to block. So it's available. So I am going to, if I'm over here on the side, I'm going to try to transition this here so that now that shows up. I think that shows up. My new cans. Feel like I'm in Darth Vader's helmet now. This is awesome.
I feel like
Isn't that fun? Oh, we've talked about the new headphones. They're fun. Okay, so as I start, I've got a little bit of an intro in this, and I just want everybody to let me know if it needs to be turned up.
We'll have more Frank Zappa.
Oh, I can't. They can see your face. They can't see mine. But that's probably better.
No, turn it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we want them to see you.
Okay. Yeah, they want to see me laugh at myself on the internet. That's what's going on. Let's see. Is that going to work, guys? If I'm right here, is that large enough that you can see? I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. If it's not loud enough, let me know and I will do what I can. Okay. Let's see. Off I go.
It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Dog. I am thankful that you are hanging out with us today. So, we have made it to the end of 2021. Miraculously, we have made I'm wearing
it to
the same hat.
year.
How about that?
And like most folks, we here at the Daily Dog are taking a few moments to look back at the year that was, and it has been a very momentous and very fun year for me and for us here in the Helvering family.
Yep, I'll turn it up just a little bit.
We started doing these music reaction videos on January 26th of 2021.
It'll take a
with
second
less than
for it
150 subscribers.
to
and as I talk to you
get
now,
a little
we
higher.
are north of 165,000 subscribers, and we've built an online community of people that very much love music, respect its place and significance in our lives, and we wanted to take a few minutes to go back through some of our favorite moments from the year that was. So we're going to start at the beginning of the year and go right through to the end of the year, and I hope that you enjoy this little walk through the year that was.
No gifts.
This year in review highlight reel.
Nobody wants to see me reacting to me.
Enjoy.
Okay, January, y'all.
It's the Daily Dog. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Dog.
Now that's
Thanks
a beer.
For being with us. This is a special edition. This is the first time that I will ever be doing a true reaction.
Episode 44.
That guy stole my pants. Okay, now that's interesting. Y'all.
So that was Fear of the Dark, and then this is Rime of the Ancient Mariner.
Yeah. It's like A augmented.
This is going to make it into my next augmented chord discussion with students. On to February.
Hello.
This is one of my favorite finds of the year. I've really enjoyed getting to know this band and their musicians.
Hang on a second. Why have I never seen her before? A flat, way on the top.
This is my first time ever listening to The Nightwish.
The rest of the band's great, but she's a rock star.
She is a rock star.
For sure. And then
This is tasteful. I like it.
I grabbed this one just because I said, this is tasteful. And then the next thing that comes out of the singer's mouth, just...
Shocked the shit out of you, didn't it?
I had no idea what was going on.
I kind of love that. I love this moment. I love this moment.
Okay. What is going on? Here today, it's a celebratory episode because
10,000 in February.
I have 10,000
in February of this year.
February, it's incredible.
We were
crazy.
Excited about
all you folks for
having
hanging out with me
10,000 people on the subscribe to the channel.
Community. I'm really enjoying it so far. To celebrate, I'm going to borrow from my Cooking with Dr. Doug series, and we're going to make a cocktail.
All right, and here's the Disturbed video.
Okay,
had to include a little bit of this one.
Does he have those notes?
Zoe, we'll release, so this video that we're watching exists. We'll make it public when we're done.
That's awesome.
But this is the premiere of this particular, this is what will be episode 300. All right, into March.
And the synthesizers in this year.
The first Rush reaction, I believe.
Stuff just popping all over the place. I'm like
La Via Strangiato
at Willy Wonka's house. Only it's at Rush's house because this sounds really rad. This is cool. Just over a static C chord, sounds like.
Oh, Ron, I'm live. The video that we're watching is not.
Yes.
Okay?
And that A flat chord gets it back into C.
I include this one because they went where I would have never thought they would have gone.
They went into D minor. And that is a weird progression. Weird.
That's not like a chromatic third relationship. They're just doing all minor chords on a weird little melody. Thank you, Zoda's Music. Appreciate it. Strong job. Had to put some Iron Maiden in there, right? Okay, and this is a little quieter. This is one of my favorites as well. This is Refuge by Steven Wilson. And this outro was just improvised. I was improvising after having heard it once.
Eduardo, I think that was my favorite moment too. Shine On. You Crazy Diamond.
Had some real COVID hair going during that time too. That was March.
Fluffy hair. Fluffy wavy hair.
So we tested this. We were afraid of getting this stream taken down. So we tested this with our friend John yesterday. We did the whole thing on an unlisted link to see what YouTube would do. And it didn't take us down during the stream. But after the stream uploaded to our site as unlisted, we got 20 more copyright claims on the live stream itself. So the bots are strong, but I'm happy that this is so far allowing us to play this along with you with some of these shorter musical clips.
25,000 subscribers.
And now we hit 25,000.
I'm just pretty damn happy about it.
There's my Snoopy
I just
shirt.
wanted to say thanks to everybody for all the kind words.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Support.
Switch to major. 1, minor 3.
Another one of my favorites.
Minor 6. Back to 3. Down to 2. B minor.
This is an example of me knowing the song beforehand, so it not being a reaction, it just being a presentation of what I think is a very important recording.
Down to B minor.
Zoe Does Music. This is Megan. You'll see her once we're done with the video. Again, raise your hand. You can see you behind you. There she is. Rest in peace, Tom. Yeah, Scott, this is one of my favorite moments from Prince that of his entire career. And there's many of great ones. And that's the hard part about doing a highlight reel is we want to hear like portions of the music, right? So it's hard to cut these clips down, which is why the video is as long as it is, but I'm having a good time. I'm happy that y'all are here.
This approach to rhythm, this approach to the way the notes spin. This flare on stage is apart from and above anybody else I think I've ever seen. Just great.
This performance was filmed at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. That's where they had the Hall of Fame induction ceremony that year. I make a point in the video saying it's the best band that the Waldorf Astoria has ever seen. And here we go.
How old will I be before I come of age? How long will it take me to figure this stuff out? I love it.
Hey, John was asking how your headphones are treating you.
I feel immersed in the experience. We gotta watch. My fa was sharp.
That's awesome. It's so
The
good.
organ
It's so
just took
good.
me by surprise. And then
You were almost in tears.
And then that fucking chord. I mean, come
Yes.
on. It goes to like 2 half diminished. I mean, it's there. And the way that it's mixed is just so perfect. Because it sounds like a real organ.
That reaction is gold.
Yeah,
Arrow.
absolutely. All right, on to May, my friends.
Saturday, and I'm out on my walk. It's a lovely spring
Now we hit
day
50K.
here in May, and I was alerted to the
We've
fact
been
that
averaging
overnight,
between 400
we hit
and 500
50,000
subscribers like a
on this little
day
channel
since
and
February.
Y'all,
it's been very consistent.
I'm just so over the moon about it.
And we're just
it's
riding
so,
that wave, y'all. We're having a great old
soul
time.
affirming to me.
Alex, I think that was a
And,
Stephen Wilson
I
mix.
can't thank you enough for
Pretty
going
sure.
on this ride with me.
I was happy that I was able to figure this out.
4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Remembered it.
That's the pattern that I think is going on. Made it. It's a big episode today. Are you ready?
Octavarium.
Story ends where it began.
I loved it. This is probably my second favorite video of the entire year. Definitely my favorite Dream Theater. I really enjoyed this one. You can tell.
Back to the beginning. 2 minutes is just like the perfect thing, but it can only be that powerful if everything else that sets it up is part of a really well constructed narrative. And if you're into it and you get the meaning of it, it just blows you away. Consider me blown, y'all.
Sorry, Megan.
Why are you apologizing for me? It's a funny joke. I appreciate the funny joke.
And of course, we had to include some Bertha Fifth.
Now that's freaking cool.
Heroic
What the
horns.
hell chord is that? Right? Well, we can see. Let's take a look. So, we landed. It's amazing. This is like
It makes it so
the
much
best
more fun
puzzle I
and
can,
easy when I
put
have a
together
score
on
there.
a
It's
Wednesday.
like
I love it so
operating
much.
with a net.
So
instead of
we
without.
we started back on this B chord through here, and he's got a descending bass line from the B down to the A natural, down to the G sharp, and then he's got this B over F sharp chord. He starts doing this modal mixture again, switching back and forth between a major key and a minor key. And we get this G natural and this A natural. Well, that's flat 6 and flat 7 and B, but it's also 4 and 5. Subdominant and dominant in the key of D, and that's where he goes to D. But it's not a D chord, sort of. It's an E major chord
Joe Bus,
over the top of
the
this
Metropolis video.
It,
we'll see a little clip of it
There's a couple ways
coming
we
up.
can talk about that.
That
It's
was
a
the
Lydian
longest,
fourth.
I think,
If this is a
continuous
D
take
and an
that I
F sharp
had.
and the F
No,
sharp's
maybe
the
the
major
Lamb
third.
Lies
This
Down
G sharp
may have
all the
been
way up
longer
here and over in here
than that,
is
but
a
that was an
Lydian
hour and
fourth,
42-minute
an
continuous
augmented
take.
fourth above that chord, and that's
Frank
what
Doug
gives
loves
it
the
its
teaching too.
sound.
That you
It's
also
really
enjoy.
interesting sound, but it's basically an E major chord over the top of a D major.
I'm really not offended by the "consider me blown" remark. I think it's very funny, actually.
I do my own stunts, y'all.
Yeah, get the shoulders going.
This was right after we moved in July. It's like one of the first episodes after we moved. And I remember this was like a redo because the audio on the official video that came out was just crappy. You couldn't hear Bruce at all in the mix. So this was a re-record.
Dive right in.
Also, when we had first started our Discord, and this particular video, I had no idea that I was getting all these blips that were popping in. People were like checking their Discord notifications as the video was going.
Strings that so much
I
already,
think this is the one video where that happens the entire year because we had just started the Patreon. And then August happens.
That's how he's written it.
And my first Frank Zappa experience. The percussion on this is just the whole thing is just
God.
unbelievable.
So awesome.
Get Bonnet Roof. Megan said, you should do a live stream for 100K. I'm like, I have...
Frank Zappa's on the list,
I'm
coming to
lost
you in
for
January
words.
for sure.
I really am. So I'm here. I just wanted to mark
This was
the tape.
funny, y'all.
There comes a lot of people in. Hi, y'all. It's good to see you. If my eyes look a little watery, it's
This was our 100K live stream.
Watching the numbers go up and up and up. I do have something that we
were
can,
a little teary
celebrate
that day.
with.
Yeah, we
And
were.
We were
that
emotional that day.
is my Blantons. You'll notice that I've been a good boy, and I have refrained. 99, almost there. So I better get this thing poured.
Thank you,
Right?
Purple.
There we go. I've just been watching it tick up and
Appreciate it.
up and up and up. Here's my glass. And
Meme
here's
Lord, that's
my
coming up.
Kentucky whiskey. Since
That's coming up.
am
John
celebrating,
knows
this
it's
is
coming.
a generous pour. And
But I included this
just
one.
want to send a very sincere.
I'm a very good boy. That's the same
thank
bottle
you
of Blantons, y'all. You have
to
no
everybody
idea.
Who has
how
been
I
watching
promised
and
myself that
following
I'd
along
have
with us.
some
I
left
especially
for
want to
New
give
Year's.
a shout out to the Iron Maiden fans. I have no idea how. There it is. Opa.
100,000.
100K, y'all. We can officially fill a college football stadium. Cheers.
Harry, woo! I need to finish swallowing that. Harry, yes, Devin, I
was
think we're gonna get to
it
him.
is
I think
apropos.
in January too, sometime.
Oh, fuck.
Watch this,
Y'all, it just dropped back down to 99,999.
Uh-oh.
Who is the asshole that just did that to my heart?
Like this actually happened.
Yeah.
We got to 100,000 live on the internet,
Come
and then
back.
it went down. It must have been somebody who looked at my Megadeth video.
YouTube is it giveth
I'm back.
and it taketh away, my friends.
That was so hilarious.
That's funny. I ain't kidding. It went to 100,000. I'm gonna turn this around. It went to 100,000, and then it went back to 99. Right? It went to that, and
Oh no, it went down.
and it went
again.
back to 98. Now I think
Now they're just
I think
fucking with
YouTube just doesn't. YouTube can't handle Doug.
Will do, Daniel. Thank you.
Hey,
Dave Mustaine on sub.
can any
Probably.
of you, that went back to 99. Now I'm just I don't know which way.
That's right,
I'm
Jeff.
Coming or going here. Can any of
Hey, I
y'all
like the
subscribe twice?
Robert Malmgren says, "Look at it as you can celebrate. Look at it as you can celebrate multiple times. You can
Hey,
celebrate-
hey!
We're past the 100.
I get to drink again
For sure.
because we're back to 100K.
And then this was the first extended play on the new Patreon. The entire Metropolis saga.
Go down.
And go down it did, my friends. It's hard to pick which moment from that. And of course I had to include some Haken.
Yeah.
And this was like, at what?
I fantasized about soaring with golden.
What?
What should be on the trivia?
What? I did not have Jim Henson style Muppets of the band looking and paying homage to Queen on my bingo card, y'all.
For sure. And me getting a little nicer with the double kick. Now
That
come
was
on.
fun.
Give me a little credit.
When we did it at Carnegie Hall.
This was so much fun, y'all. Talking with
well,
Annie.
no, for that tour actually.
We could have
Our
talked
lighting
for
guy, Nicky
2
Sherman,
hours,
who's been
3
with us for
hours.
many years.
She's a great conversationalist.
Because I wanted to get do a dress change for part of the song. I won't tell you which part, but it's towards the end of the song, and it was in the spot where I could just go off and change. But so they built this little shed for me, but they didn't put a lid on it. No lid, no roof, and guess what? What was above me? It was all the lighting guys on a trush.
Yeah.
The guys were doing all the lights up there. And apparently they had a good view, but I didn't find this out until about 3 years ago when Nicky told me. He said,
All
"Oh,
this
by
time.
the way, you know."
Wow. Well,
The only thing I can think of
on behalf of men,
was to do that. I'm glad that she took it well, because it's hard to know what to say to a story like that. All right, y'all.
That looks like it's personal.
Here it is.
Here it
From
is.
Here it
YouTube.
is.
And there it is, my friends.
Cannot believe I did this.
It's such a great moment.
Presented to. I
still-
had them put.
I mean,
Oh. You know
I was
what?
just looking at the camera and the glare,
Hush.
and I had no concept of where the center of gravity was.
Fumble.
I should give it back.
I love Livestream.
Christ.
Fumble on the play.
Y'all. My face is gonna. Really, I can't wait to watch that back. It's like that's a 3D unboxing.
There's a GIF of it now.
Oh yeah, I
Y'all
think
didn't know what
Yes.
it.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
there's been a few gifs of me.
Bar is just tasteful, just hanging out right there.
These guys,
Oh god, they're so awesome.
I'm still looking for my socks. They just blew
Yeah.
them right off. I include this one because Megan's made like 3 or 4 gifs of this.
Woo! Yes. I love this reaction.
Megan's been making gifs of me for years, like in our private library. Michael, that's a good idea. I might do that. Like vlog the songwriting process on the
University, and
new.
we have our instrument, which now has some new models that we put in there. And
Fred,
in the
that was
middle of
Dirty
the track
Loops.
is what I was getting to. In the middle of the title track, you're going to hear it right away. But it's, I think, a very beautiful cello type sound. And I'm playing it on my iPad, and it just comes down.
The
it just
entire
comes down
conversation
to
with Jordan was
the
wonderful.
iPad, me playing on the iPad cello, and John Petrucci playing a very nice kind of clean electric guitar sound, like a duet. And then
For
it
sure.
builds from there.
Yeah,
But
John,
when
I'm
you hear
wearing the
it,
same shirt.
Think of me with
The
my
getting
fingers
guitar.
on the iPad playing
Yeah.
this cello
That's true.
sound.
So what's the interface like? What's
True
are you just like
perception.
moving your finger around?
So the
like,
natural
is it-
follow-up
is it
question
cheap?
is,
Looking to
how
see
does
if I
it
have my
work?
iPad.
What does it
You
look
got a
like?
minute? I'll show it to you.
You sure?
When
All right,
the
just give me-
keyboard player
I'm going to grab
says
it, and I'm going to show
that,
it to you. Just give me 1 minute.
We're gonna.
I'll be right back.
that something on their new album is a digital instrument that he
Having a
played
lot
with
of
his
fun.
finger on an
This is
iPad.
fun.
I want
We're
to know
gonna
what the
get
interface
a
looks
sneak
like.
peek
So the fact that he
into
got it
the
out and showed it to
interface
us was really
that
cool.
Jordan uses here on his iPad.
All right. I'm back.
No, I wasn't so starstruck as I
All right,
was just
so
really
I'm
trying to
calling
make
up
sure that I didn't screw it up.
on this iPad.
I've been talking with musicians that went to Juilliard, like of his
And I'm
caliber,
gonna
for years and
tilt
years and
the
years.
Yeah.
screen down so you guys can see it. Okay, here we are. Cello, sweet expression. Okay, so check it out. This is fun. All right, so the interface is like this. It's considered like, these are like frets, and you can think of these almost like strings, right, going across. And what happens is that every note area, like you can see the notes here, like this says A on it, the whole area is expressive.
wants to know who
So
does
if I
your
like start at the bottom of the note, it's
The Princeton Barbershop does my hair when I go.
I'll be darned. No way!
It's pretty remarkable.
It's really
It's remarkable technology, and I know that he's a big fan of Keith, Emerson. So
It's amazing what we can do now. Can you
Right?
can you imagine what Keith Emerson could have done with an instrument like that?
right?
and then we go off and continue from there. And the moment,
Here it
the
is.
famous moment. That's my smaller water pipe. This was great timing.
Dragon Doug.
I'm having a good old time, y'all.
I had no idea that. Now on to November. Had no idea. Oh, Ghost of Perdition.
Hey, John.
A little bit of double kick drum. All I have is water. Then take a drink, y'all.
Holy shit. Is all I gotta say to this.
Yeah.
That is an A flat. That is a tritone. Right? It should be the 5th.
And now I'm realizing that he's still going. That's total.
Still going.
That's total Doug overload right there.
Awesome. I think Maynard just let it go. Ace pedals. Listen to that.
All right,
Carnival.
Carnival 9. I love this one. We've got some. It was so hard to cut this down, right? I mean, all of these needed to be included, right? Just some favorite moments from throughout the year.
Go with yourself, Keith.
Steel Rat, I may have done the Smoke the Pipe earlier in the year on live streams, but I don't think that I did it previously on on an actual numbered episode.
And it repeats 8 times. It's a 4-measure
This was really
phrase.
cool having this all charted out for us.
1, 2,
as well.
3.
Yeah, the person who
When I hear this,
sent that to you, that was a good find.
It was
It's interesting
and,
the way
and
that
actually
they
it
have-
prompted
he's
me. And
notated
I was
this.
going to use
Or did
his.
someone send that to you?
I was
No,
going
but
to
I
use
keep
like
going here for a
a
second.
PDF file that somebody
Right.
we can all
had
see this.
sent to me, but
Here's
then
the
I
eighth
found
one.
that there's this video with basically
okay,
the
so
same
when
PDF
I
file,
see
just
this,
cropped
y'all.
in sections,
Or
just
when I
synced
hear this
to the
I'm
music, so they
hearing
made it a little bit
the
easier.
combinations of 7 that put some of this stuff on the downbeats. He's not doing this in this. This is interesting. You get a downbeat here and you get a downbeat here, but here and here you get suspensions, offbeats. So where I might write that in 7/8 and give that a firm downbeat, and I might write this one in 7/8 and give it a firm downbeat. By the time we get through the 4-measure phrase, it really doesn't matter.
Thanks, Carl.
Y'all, because once you have 4 plus 3,
This was a fun
plus
one.
4 plus 4.
Really
let's
enjoyed
see,
it.
it's 7 plus 8 is 15. And that's the way that I tend to hear this, is 7s and 8s, kind of alternate.
And I had to include some Pat Metheny with our friend Ray. We might have some more Pat Metheny coming up, but in the next couple weeks. And they're done. Their energy was just really a lot of fun.
To make sure that I made it to the end of the roller coaster intact, y'all. I don't know if you should have told me to return my tray table to their upright and locked position, because that was a heck of a ride, my friends. That was
Awesome.
fun.
And then we just had to. Pink Floyd, of any band this year that like is my spirit animal, it's Pink Floyd so far. They're just about my speed.
Now a lament descending bass all the way down to log. Oh, praise oh. Why have I not ever listened to this? What the hell is wrong with me?
What are you gonna do? Okay, and then we had to finish it up with our Christmas Eve video from last week, and this is
Go back to the same
a piece
big
of mine
section.
called "All My Heart Again Rejoices," and it's performed by our friends at the Cantorite of Kansas City.
There's not very many of them.
It's such a beautiful piece.
one of my
favorites.
It's one of my favorites of mine that I've done.
We get through with all of that, and the Alleluias are awe-filled and soft.
Doug's part writing is so
From a place of humility, not proclamation.
Well, I try to empathize with each voice part, or I consider each voice part an instrument. This is basically an 8-instrument piece.
Flat 3 major.
They just have more than one
flat
person
6, and
playing
then
that part
re-rack
or singing
on the
that
major
part at a
7th
given
of the
time.
flats of the
And I just want to
flat
make
6 chord.
each part
We get
as
back
musical
into,
as
the
possible.
main key
Thanks, Michael Brown.
for a little reprisal of the beginning.
Garance, that's cool.
You know,
Appreciate it.
It's
Yeah.
it's such a special time of year, and music is our companion.
Yeah.
You know, through these times that help us process our memories, process our emotions, that bring us back to a state of remembrance and of celebration.
So this
And,
video will be
they're just
available
our friends that
as
come
a
back into our
highlight
lives
reel.
this
It's
time
about 36
every
minutes
year.
long.
And thank goodness for our musical
And we'll make that
friends who
available
provide
as
us
soon
with
as
all
we're
of
done
these
here
wonderful songs.
with this particular
every year.
live stream.
Y'all, it's been
you, Eduardo.
such a wonderful year, and we are thankful for all of you, for
Oh,
your
my
support,
goodness,
and for
yes.
hanging out with us, and
Thank
for
you,
building
Jeff.
this community here at the Daily Doug. We are thankful for all of you this Christmas, and we're very much looking forward to the new year, and we send our heartfelt
Thank you, Frank.
holiday and Christmas wishes and greetings to all of you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
We will see you soon on another edition of the Daily Doug.
So we've got a few outtakes.
Yeah.
So this first one
This was the second.
me
little
editing
break.
the focus video, and I was
couldn't
showing
believe it, and I
Megan what
needed
had
some herbal
happened.
Supplements,
And I was taking a video.
and the timing worked out just right. Yeah. If we can't get that gift trending, then I give up, y'all. That's right.
True.
Happy Friday, everybody.
I can't remember.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, I get tongue tied. So you get to see a little bit.
This is funny.
It's freaky.
Hey everybody,
You just have to
welcome
lean in
back
and
to
start.
the Daily
Hey,
Doug.
everybody.
Thanks
You know?
for being with me today. It is a new week. It is a Monday, and as in Mondays past,
Sorry. I make animal sounds.
To the Daily Doug. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So, I am
I'm so sorry. You went Doug, and I heard Donkey Doug. Anybody out there watch The Good Place? Stop and go. I heard Donkey Doug. Donkey Doug.
bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. This is why I should never record with Megan in the room.
It's funny that you said fucking
Bob, that was not dry
bullshit.
ice.
Like, because, like, the bull shirt is, like, the effort to not swear or, like, not be nothing.
I did.
This
This is what it looks like clean.
It needs to have
This
an alcohol.
should probably be an outtake.
So, yeah,
We're
that is a
still
good
rolling.
place reference.
Yep.
And so I stop,
You sure?
and we're still rolling. And this is the actual take of Silent
Previously
Lucidity.
Scheduled programming. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me.
Just like
Back
that.
to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today for another song reaction and breakdown. I am really excited to be back at the piano today, reacting to a song by Rush. It has been way
That's a
too
good
long
question,
since
Robert
we've had a
O'Neill.
song by Rush on the channel. Some of my favorite reactions on the channel have been to songs by Rush, and we fixed that today. The song that we're going to do today by Rush is called The Garden. And
This church is right
song,
next. Is right next to a major road. There was always noise. I hated it.
Fucking cracks me up.
So you wipe your brow, make sure nobody's there.
Hey y'all, welcome back
the
to the
lean
Daily
in.
Doug.
Do the lean
Thanks for
in
being
and
with
do
me
it
today
again.
for another song reaction and breakdown.
Doing that.
Fred, I wish I knew how to tune a piano. And that's it, my friends.
There it is. Yay! Applause, applause, applause.
So
The acoustics are really nice in that church, Anthony. Yes, I love playing my horn in there.
it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And we're back.
And we're back. I like these. These are really nice.
They are really nice.
New headphones,
Woohoo!
y'all. That behind the scenes footage that you just saw has about 8 or 9 hours worth of work in editing, in that. And but I'm very pleased to have had the call to do it, and it was just really.
It was 8 or 9 hours.
So much fun to go back through the year. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't even include that we could have, but
I think I saw John earlier.
that
in the
hit
chat
most
say,
of the high points, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw John earlier in the chat say that each clip that you chose has a special meaning of some kind to you, and I think that's very true. Oh, Fred is saying French horn question. I do play horn, yes.
Very good French horn player.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, should we get to the rest of the trivia?
Yes.
Y'all, you've waited around this long. We've got 2 more trivia questions. The winners are the people that are the first in the live chat to get the right answer. And the prize is your very own personal Daily Doug mug.
And just a reminder, if you do win, we just need you to please email a shipping address to itsthedailydug@gmail.com.
That'll work. So what do we have? Which one are we doing?
Okay.
I wonder if they'll get this.
Yeah, this one's a hard one.
Let's just see.
I don't know if people are gonna get this.
We'll see.
If
not, we'll give them some.
Do we have like a runner-up question?
We'll give them some. We'll give them hints, but we'll see.
Okay.
What I have faith in the watchers here.
Okay. In what episode did so? You all know that Doug tends to, because he's a teacher and he's using these videos to he's reacting to them and also finding teachable moments in them and talking about the music and phrases and chords and whatever. So he often talks
really
while the music is playing, or talks during a song, or will stop to talk. In what episode did Doug not talk at all during the playing of the song? There's one episode where he didn't say a single word.
It's happened exactly once, where I do the intro, and I get to the music, and the music just renders me speechless. Fornication says, "What instruments do I play? I'm trained as a vocalist. I also do play piano." No, it wasn't Thick as a Brick. Yeah. Yeah, most of y'all haven't seen it.
Not Steven Wilson.
Not Steven Wilson, not Pink Floyd.
Not Pink Floyd.
You got me there.
I think Matt just threw out an episode number.
That's funny. It is. Did he get it right? What is the episode
Actually,
number?
No,
that's not the right.
That would have been
number.
really funny if he did.
This particular song was a cover. And this was one of the few that featured a female vocalist.
Yes.
This year. No, it wasn't Disturbed. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know.
The Go-Go's. I haven't done the Go-Go's.
Can we...
Oh, there's plenty to talk about with Dream Theater.
Is it too much... Oh, you haven't done Adele, but that'd be kind of cool.
That would be
actually.
fun to do an Adele tune.
Not Stairway to Heaven.
Heart. That's a good guess, Garrett, but it's not quite right.
Oh, Michael got it.
Michael Brown.
Fields
of Gold.
You got it.
Eva Cassidy.
Michael Brown.
And her cover of Sting's of Sting's Fields of Gold just hit me in the feels. I was at the piano and I was able to grab what key that she. I knew the progression. I know the song. But I hadn't heard her version of it. Yeah. And when I heard the beginning, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what key they're in. Then I can just apply what the progression is to it and just started playing and never talked until the music was done. That's the only time that's happened. this year. Did we get the person?
I
That
wrote,
one?
yeah,
You read-
that was Michael Brown.
Michael Brown. Good job,
Awesome.
Michael. Okay, last one.
Last question.
What do you got?
Who was Doug's first interview guest on the channel?
My first interview guest on the channel.
And I think that people are going to make one guess.
I've
and
done.
it won't be the right one.
I'm trying to think of how many interviews I've done. Steel Rat says Annie. Illume says Annie. They are both incorrect.
There it is. Richard.
But did
Richard got it.
no, up here.
Oh, wait.
But did
there, Harry.
But did Harry win already?
Oh, Harry won already.
Did you win already?
Yes, Harry won already. And so, that being the case, then the next person who guessed it right is Richard.
Where is he?
Right there.
Yeah, Richard.
Frantic.
Richard. Yeah. So Harry, thank you. You got it right first, but you have
Yes.
won already. So we're going to spread the love around.
Yeah.
And who was it? It was. Did we get it?
Richard, and I don't want to try to say Richard's last name because
Uh-huh.
I'm just worried that I would mispronounce it. And if John were here, he would know how to pronounce
John would know how to.
That's true.
Yeah, we had
Hold it there because I want to.
we had a really fun conversation with John, our good friend John, who many of y'all have seen. If you've paid attention on the channel and you've been here a while, you'll see him around, especially on some of the live streams. He had been living in Germany earlier this year, and we were just catching up and talking about the channel. And I said, "Hey, we should do an interview, and see how that works." I never tried to do one before, so that was kind of a test one. We had a great time. It wasn't a video call; it was just an audio call with John. But that was
was an awesome.
That was a fun
interview,
conversation.
though. I mean, I love you both, but that's not why I say it was awesome. It just was a really, really awesome interview.
Fun stuff. Well, I think that was some pretty decent trivia that we had there. It wasn't
our
too
5
hard,
questions.
right?
Not too hard.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, what else do we have?
Have you
anything
covered
else?
questions from folks? Because I know we had. Some
I got to
written
some.
down.
I did tell people that my favorite video of the year was "Close to the Edge" by Yes. We also had a question of which video or band or song surprised me the most. Quite frankly, y'all, Devin Townsend just blows me away. I didn't know his music before this year, and holy crap, is he just innately gifted and talented. Vocally, and his lyrics are just really powerful. And there's some of his songs were difficult for me to listen to at times because of how intense they are. But holy crap, are they wonderful pieces of music. Nightwish would be another one of surprise. Quite frankly, Frank Zappa. When I did the Inca Roads one, I didn't have a ton of expectation. I thought I was just doing one of those weird ones that not many people are going to watch to respond to some recommendations by a few people, and it just went zooming, and I loved it too. So we're going to get to some more Zappa as well. We also had people ask me what if I had a least favorite video from from this year.
Oh.
I enjoyed most of them. If I picked one, it would probably be that Megadeth video or the Dragon Force video. Probably Dragon Force. The Megadeth thing, I remember not really liking it a lot because of the vocal color of that tune. Thanks, Sly Zombie. Appreciate it. Hello.
Greetings to you in Detroit.
But Dragon Force, holy crap. That I couldn't hardly get to the end of that one. I was very surprised by Adam Hart Mother, Moogle. That one, I think I was expecting to hear something like Money, and I got something completely different. And that was pretty cool. My favorite, what were you going to say?
I think you talked some already about if you were to do...
I covered these.
You did cover that already?
Yeah, I got those. Somebody asked if I had a favorite Dream Theater song. I think it's Octavarium. It's just a unbelievable piece of music. Yeah. That's another person asked me what song got me into progressive rock. And I think I can trace at least the last few years back to hearing The Raven That Refused to Sing by Steven Wilson. And I heard that. My brother played that for me in August of 2017. And it was the first time I had heard Steven Wilson's music. I was like, holy crap. I listened to it again right away. So that was a fun one to hear. Hi, Daniel. Welcome.
Oh, Daniel, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Regular group of music lovers without drama?
Pretty much.
Honestly, pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. We have a large group. We have over 1,000 people on our Patreon, which is astounding to us.
Many of whom, I don't know if everybody is on
Most people are on the Discord, and we don't have very much drama. Occasionally, I mean, we're talking about art, and people have opinions about art,
subjective.
Which is always subjective, right? So we occasionally we'll get people that really make their voices known for one particular thing, and it's not somebody else's. But for the most part, we have a very, very supportive community.
Anything like that happens is always very short-lived. So we would, honestly, for the most part, it's a very supportive and open.
Those are my new cans, y'all.
It's a very supportive
awesome.
And open and welcoming community of people. I really love the community that Doug and all of us are building. Y'all are an awesome bunch of people.
It's fun. Somebody asked, do I have a favorite classical piece? A piece of classical music? I do. And Fred, I'll try to get some more theory in there. Our Behind the Score series on the Patreon is where I do a lot of like specific teaching of concepts with some scores and some tunes.
I hope it's not too.
But I'll do some more.
I hope it's not too early to say that we have. I think we've mentioned it a few times, but we are planning. Doug is planning to put together some coursework, music theory courses. Musicianship courses,
but building curriculum takes a bit of time. But that's something we're interested in doing is building these in a curriculum style format where it's like you have maybe a set of 10 or 15 videos that takes you through basically like a fundamentals course at the college level or high school level, that sort of thing. The favorite piece of classical music that I think I have is the Requiem by the composer Maurice Duruflé. The Duruflé Requiem is one of my favorites. It actually was the inspiration for me to write my own dissertation. My dissertation piece was a Requiem Mass that we put together. That was written in 2008. And actually, if you look through there, and the long thing that's kind of folded down, that's the orchestral score to my Requiem. That's sitting there on the bookshelf. Another person asked that they said I've done several improvised piano meditations during the pandemic. That is true. And they asked what's my favorite of them. So this is something that we've partnered with John Franek on. So John is the founder and the main person behind Aphoria Music.
Aphoria.
It's really a wonderful platform, and there's a lot of meditative and kind of immersive pieces that you get there. And he asked me, thank you, Mateo. Appreciate you.
You have been. You have.
It's on the list.
Yeah, those are on the list.
Yeah. They've been there for a while, but they're still on the list. John asked me to do some recording for the Aphoria platform, and at the time we were living right next to the church where I work, and had keys, and it was the pandemic, so nobody was really coming around. So as long as the piano was pretty much in tune, I could do these meditations. I would go in at night when the traffic would die down, and play. So I have several of them. There's a playlist on my YouTube channel with a bunch of them on it. Oh, did you bring it out?
John wants to take a peek.
That's it. Dun, dun. Yeah.
What's your
Show and tell.
Yeah, let's do a little show and tell.
That's one page.
Well, 2 pages.
Or 2 pages. Yeah. It's 9 movements. This orchestral version has never been performed.
Correct.
The organ version has, but the orchestral version has not. So if y'all know orchestras and choirs out there, hook a dug up. Yep, that was my dissertation project as part of my doctoral dissertation. Yeah,
Yep.
Pretty proud of that one.
You should be.
So my favorites of these improvised piano meditations, if you look up Still, Still, I really think that one came off well. And I really do like Shades of Sky. That was one where John had created this soundscape that was just on a static C major pentatonic sound. It was, so if I used the notes from the C major collection, I could be in harmony with the backing track. And so I put the backing track in my ears, and I just sat in the dark at the church. And I think we did what you see or what you hear in Shades of Sky is a continuous take. The spots where I'm not playing is just me taking a break. That was a continuous take for about 42 minutes of just improving.
It's beautiful.
And we paired it with
soothing
some celestial images. It was really quite awesome.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Big thanks,
Thanks,
to you,
Steve.
Steve. Rick Wakeman,
Yeah.
please. Oh, that's a good question, Fred. I think you've mentioned that maybe in another live stream previously.
I actually prefer writing for an organ, Fred, more than I enjoy writing for the piano.
Yeah.
I'm not a real concert pianist. I think that would be clear from watching me play. I'm somebody who has pretty good eye-hand coordination and know the theory of how the keyboard works, and my technique is okay. But I really enjoy writing for the organ because it's almost like writing for an easier way of writing for an orchestra. And what I mean by that is when I write for an orchestra, I tend to write on 4 staves. I tend to have 2 staves that are for strings, and then these extra staves I can divide between woodwinds and brass and some percussion as I sketch. And then I can then use that to then compose out and assign the stuff to all the parts. Writing open score just doesn't work for me. It can for some people, but it doesn't work well for me. So writing for an instrument like the organ that has 3 staves that I can divide is more comfortable to me. So I really enjoy approaching the organ. I've done a set of variations for concert organist that's pretty difficult, and there's some of my choral pieces that make heavy use of the organ. It's a fun instrument to play.
Did someone, I feel like in the chat somewhere I saw somebody asking about the link for Aphoria music. I'll put it here. I'm going to put it here in the chat right now. The link for Aphoria's Facebook page.
Ash, Megan, you don't play flute, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I honestly have always struggled playing flute, and I just have tremendous respect for anybody who does, because it's so hard. It's so hard.
Let's see. Just a couple more. Somebody asked, which of the early videos do I wish that more people would go back and watch? That's a really interesting question. I was kind of...
That can't be right.
getting to know this genre a little bit, so I was quite a bit more naive about the sounds that I was hearing earlier in the year.
Ooh, a new Aphoria video on New Year's Day.
Oh, awesome!
Excited for that.
And I really liked. There was one where I did a mashup. There's a song by Carlos Santana that he wrote with or performed with Dave Matthews. And now I can't think of the name of the piece. Love of My Life, I think, is the title of it. And I remember back in the day hearing this, and like I had just been studying the Third Symphony of Johannes Brahms, and I'm like, holy crap, that's the same theme as in the Brahms, but the Brahms is in 3 and they're doing it in 4. I'm like, what's a Brahms theme doing in a Santana guitar solo? And so I have a video that shows you both of them, and we talk about that. That's an early one that not many people have watched. Also along that same time period, I did a song that compared, that tried to dispel the myth that happy songs are in major keys and sad songs are in minor keys. That's a real fun one, I think, to go back and look at. Michael asks, had I heard of Dream Theater before 2021? Yes, via my friend Gerard, our personal friend, Jenna Gerard. Gerard's been a big Dream Theater and Genesis and overall prog fan for most of his life, really, since he first heard the stuff. And so he has played some Dream Theater for me before, but it was always like in the car we were going somewhere, and it was difficult for me to catch everything that was happening. So I kind of knew about them and knew what they, what kind of lane they were in musically. So I had that going for me as I got to know the band. But holy crap, can they play, and are they talented? They're Dream Theater for a reason.
Hey, I'm trying to put the Aphoria YouTube channel.
Oh, you can't put a link in the chat.
I was going to say it's not working.
That's not us. That's YouTube. Okay. YouTube won't let you put a link, a hyperlink in the chat. Meme Lord asks, what is our fondest hope for the channel in the coming year? I want it to remain fun and positive and feeling like it does now.
Yeah.
I think the growth will come. I think the proof of concept of the type of content that we provide has been proven throughout this year. That's why we were so teary at the 100K mark. It was kind of, okay, there's enough people out there that are giving what we're doing credibility and like what we're doing, that this is going to be something we can build upon. And so that was what our hopes are, is just to continue steady growth and be able to support ourselves and have a little bit of fun doing it. Yeah. It's hit the Patreon income very much helps. Yes. Patreon themselves takes a cut, which is fine because it's their platform.
Well, of course.
But the blocks and the copyright stuff on YouTube goes. Sometimes we hit a jackpot and we're able to monetize something that generates a lot of views, and sometimes we don't. Actually, more than often we don't. So it's a little more of going to the casino. Actually, I've described to other people that what I do on the channel every day is almost like going fishing. I'm a fisherman. I get up in the morning and I have to invest the time in reading in and getting my tackle and my bait, and I record the video and I edit the video, and then we put it up. And sometimes it's not allowed to be allowed publicly in the marketplace, and sometimes it is, and sometimes we're able to monetize things. A lot of times what happens is we'll file a copyright claim, or we'll get a claim filed against us, and then we'll dispute it because from our perspective, it's what we're doing is fair use. And if they don't respond to that after 30 days, then our dispute holds. So a lot of times we don't know that we've been able to monetize something until something's been out a month. And that types of, when that happens, there's much rejoicing.
Harry was asking about where to send his address to us. He was asking if he can do it on Patreon. If you want to,
that's fine.
DM Doug on Patreon, that's fine. Or you can email it to itsthedailydoug@gmail.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, we've been going for almost 2 hours. This is awesome. I'm getting a little tired.
Enjoying it.
I've had some bourbon. I've had a couple of hits off the pipe. It's almost Doug's nap time. Oh, that's what he's asking. Do I have perfect pitch? If he absolute, he's
okay.
No, my ear is not a perfect pitch. I have a few things pretty well memorized, but it's what I've worked on over the years. What?
I'm laughing at what John wrote.
John. Did John say I'm certifiable?
No. When I said DM Doug, he heard Donkey Doug.
Donkey
DM
Doug?
Someone else previously said that your name is it can very easily take on a southern twang.
You can't say Doug. Can't say Doug without it sounding southern. Both sides of my family are from Arkansas.
Yes.
And so that's the culture that I grew up in. And then I consider Omaha, Nebraska, my hometown. That's where I went to middle school and high school and college.
That's where we met.
And that's where we met. So we're from eastern Nebraska, and we've been living out in Jersey for more than a decade. So
certifiably incorporated.
Yeah, Stephen, I've had false ones too. I mean, the one that we got from Metallica, the last one we got from Metallica wasn't even the right recording.
Right.
No, it was the last Iron Maiden one we got. Wasn't even the right recording.
Yeah.
But it was close enough.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you know?
College World Series. That was
Stephen,
always so much fun to go to.
That is a nice piece of trivia. Stephen, I do know Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton. Y'all want to hear this story of how I know the Clintons?
It's a good story, actually.
Chelsea Clinton is a year or 2 years younger than I am. And when I was in like 6th grade,
couple of years, like a few
I
years.
was in an accelerated math program at the university there in Little Rock, and we were being taught some pretty advanced algebra and other stuff, and geometry and trig and that sort of stuff, and we were also being taught like the basics of computer programming, such as it was in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And Chelsea was in that program, so I got to meet her that way. Bill Clinton, so my grandfather and my grandmother owned their own private shoe store in the very northeast corner of Arkansas, in the very, like if you think of the boot heel of Missouri, think right across the state line in that very northeast corner of Arkansas. They had their own private shoe store for over 50 years. And they supplied the Allen Edmonds dress shoes to Bill Clinton when he was governor, and they were big friends with.
Actually, that's a good story, though.
They were big friends with what senator? Senator Dale Bumpers.
Dale Bumpers,
who was from kind of not what didn't live too far from them, and then Senator Bumpers was a big supporter of Bill, and we just got to know their family a little bit that way. And
tell how he came to get shoes from your grandparents.
Remind me. Now I don't
you don't
remember
the story.
I don't remember this.
It's a great story. I think it was when he was when Clinton was campaigning for governor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he was on a campaign stop. Maybe was he?
He had worn the soles out of his shoes. And he needed, because from like canvassing and stuff.
And I think it was Dale Bumpers who said you should
get them from this guy.
You should get
and
them
so my
from
grandfather
Don Perky
says
shoes.
sure, and he sends him some shoes.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing that for years and years and years.
Yep, same
and
shoes all the time.
My uncle, who is a very big, or not big, but has worked on like education policy quite a bit. Was affiliated with some of their sub-cabinet stuff, and worked with the people in Indianapolis, Indiana too, on state education policy and that sort of thing. So my grandparents, y'all, got to spend their 50th wedding anniversary at the White House while the Clintons were away, and so they had the Lincoln bedroom to themselves, and they enjoyed themselves. They had a great old time. They had pictures, and he was like a kid in a candy store.
They kind of wandered around a little bit, as much as
such a great
Service
memory.
would allow them.
We've lost my grandfather in 2013, and this was my grandmother that just recently passed. Yeah. And they talked about that trip so much.
It meant a lot to them.
Just everything.
Yeah.
And
that meant a lot to them.
Yeah, pretty cool. So that's it's really neat when democracy works. We're
not going to get into
we're
that
not
now.
We're not going to go that's probably my cue to stop talking. It's y'all, this year has been something that I never would have expected, and that somehow I was training my entire life for at the same time. And it feels weird to think about it, because I did my undergrad. I did a year and a half. I did 3 semesters of undergraduate work not doing music. At first I was, I think, a communications major, and then I was a business major. I even interned for a business journal in Omaha between my freshman and sophomore years. I switched schools 3 times in my first 3 semesters just because I hadn't found the right fit.
Yeah.
And then I was being, I think, a business or communications or something, and I joined the choir because that's what I like doing. And I had some friends from high school that were going to the same school, and they were all music ed majors, and it got like halfway through the semester, and I could do their theory homework better than they could. And so they said, if you're going to hang around us in the lounge and just be our friend, you can't and be smarter than us at this when we're the ones that are trying. You have to join us or just shut up. And so it was my 4th semester, the spring semester of my sophomore year, that I started doing the music degree. I finished in 5 years and went on to study at Westminster Choir College, which is it's the best 2 years, I think. So much awesome stuff that we got to do. We moved to Kansas City. Megan got her second master's, and then I did my DMA, my doctorate in music, and I was ready to go into the workforce and go on a tenure track because I wanted to write music, get it performed, research, teach, and publish. That's what I wanted to do, and I tried my hardest. I still might be able to get back into it, but I got my doctorate right as the economy was tanking in 2008, and higher ed just went, and it just there were no jobs available. And the jobs that are available every year tend to be, very cutthroat because theory teachers don't retire very often, so we have to kind of wait until some of the older generation kind of, retires and transitions out and lets the new generation in.
And full-time jobs at colleges and universities are being replaced.
Yeah, and they've been on a downward trend for the last decade. And so I ended up getting rehired back at Westminster, which is supported by a teachers union. And so the contract is very respectable. And so I teach at Westminster and had a great time. And we cobbled together a living with the church job, and then I did writing and some other work on the side, and all the while trying to apply for gigs and get in at real tenure track positions and be full time at the college level. And I never got the opportunity to do that. Got close, a little close a couple times. And then when the parent university of Westminster Choir College, Rider University, started just outwardly screwing with the school to steal its assets, just kind of ripped it from its mooring. And the enrollment started to go down because of that. they didn't need adjuncts anymore. And so I left teaching to become a member of the staff and help run a couple of departments. And then that came to an end in the middle of 2020. And we find ourselves in the middle of a pandemic, and colleges aren't hiring. Nobody's hiring. And I haven't been in the private sector for 12 years. And really don't even know what my skills were. You know, what I did for 10 years was teach 18 to 21-year-olds how music worked. and there's a lot of it. So I got used to talking while playing music. Yeah. So doing these reaction channels, you carry on a conversation while you're saying something, while you're listening and processing to what you're hearing, and you pick your spots because you got to get to the next piece. And that's just where I'm comfortable. And Anello, did I feel like it was a brave or risky choice to go down the music path? It was risky. I had a job opening to me.
I could tell you a story about that.
Yeah,
but I won't tell.
Our past is our past. This is just where Correct. I fell. It's where I fell led. It's where I just fell that I needed to be, because it's the. I've always been someone. My brain is very analytical. Obviously, I've always been an observer. I love puzzles. I love trying to make order of what I see and what I hear, and see where the puzzle pieces fit. Analysis just comes naturally to me, and so just being able to continue to do that with music. Music was the thing that every time I came back to it, there was something new to discover, and there was something new in the layer of the onion to figure out. Either a new concept or a new reference point or a new piece that's come out, or how this person played or this person plays. And y'all are all music fans. You know this. You keep coming back to your same pieces that you love over and over and over again. And every time they say something slightly different to you when you're really paying attention, because you're a different person now than you were even a week ago when you listened to the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it just hits you that way.
Arrow, we're glad it led Doug here too.
Yeah. And so at the time that we were doing the Daily Doug, that was just something that was... Actually, it was a siren call for me. If you go back and look at the very first episode, it's like you can see my eyes are just dead, because I had just lost all my gigs and I was trying to figure out what was going on. And doing this was just some way to do something positive during the day instead of just sitting on my ass looking at job listings online and applying for jobs. I had to do something else that was creative to keep my brain from going crazy. And
I'm reading so many amazing things here while you're talking.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'll look back at them. So I'll probably cry. Steen says, I'm so bad at puzzles. My mom for years would give me a huge puzzle on Christmas, and I would sit there for 8 hours and just put pieces together. That's what composing is like. When I get into a Zen place composing, it's just all composing in is just making your own musical puzzle piece, and then you fit it with another piece, and then you fit it with another piece, and at some point you get an outline or a semblance of a color or a picture or an idea, and then you can react to it and just keep adding as you feel the spirit calling you. So when we started doing the reaction videos, the response to it took me by surprise. And then I started learning about, holy shit, you can monetize this? Uh-huh. And we hit once we started this, like we said, the 10,000 subscribers was I think the point. No, we could have monetized, I think, at 1,000 subscribers. I think that's right. But it's just thrown us for a loop, but it's taken getting used to wake up and go, this is what we are now. It just kind of became that. And it's all of you that are still 2 hours later hanging out with us and in on this.
Yeah,
it's
246 are on right now.
That's so wonderful. We just love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Marcos, I've done 3D puzzles. They're my favorite. Those 3D, I've done one of my favorites that I think we did was a Big Ben. It was it's 3 feet tall 3D puzzle. It was really fun. My friends, I'll raise my
We've got
glass one more
spirit.
time.
Yes, we do.
Yes. I'll
We
raise.
got spirit.
I'll raise.
How about you?
I drank all my bourbon, and I'm going to save it for tomorrow night because that's the real New Year's Eve. So I raise my glass to you all.
So do I.
You know what I might do is raise my pipe to you all one last time. Do I have a little bit left in there?
No.
I think I do.
I think after this it will be. We'll order DoorDash and go to bed.
We can order a pizza. That'd be good. Figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, my friends, we're going to take a break tomorrow. There is no video tomorrow on New Year's Eve, and then it's New Year's Day on Saturday, and then we'll come back with a live stream on a shorter live stream on Sunday
not a 2 hour
to let you know what we have planned for the first week of the new year. We're still tossing around ideas and moving stuff around. So,
hey friends, please be safe this New Year's Eve. Please keep COVID in mind and keep safety in mind in that regard. Please.
Yeah. Arrow, I'll tell you what I don't like on my pizza, and that's mushrooms.
I love mushrooms on my pizza.
I don't like artichokes either.
I'm not a huge artichoke
I can
fan
handle
on my pizza.
I can handle most other things, even occasionally her Hawaiian pizza.
Okay, before people start to fight me on this, it's just delicious, and everyone who doesn't like pineapple on pizza just needs to let it go.
If it's
Just let it
done
go.
well, it is very good. I've had very good Hawaiian pizza.
Ketchup on pizza.
That would
Marcos.
be a no. That would be a no for me.
I've
my
never
friends.
even
We
attempted that.
Our favorite pizza that we make, actually.
Thank you, Memeplex.
Appreciate you. If you go and look at our talk about Full Circle, where we started with a little bit of the cooking videos, right? Talking about the cooking videos. If you go back to the the video where I make our bruschetta chicken.
Have you talked about making more cooking videos? Did anybody ask that question?
Yeah, we're gonna make some more cooking
coming.
videos. If you can make that bruschetta chicken, and then let it simmer until it's not too wet, and most of the sauce or the kind of evaporates out of it.
Yeah.
Put that as a pizza topping.
Flavor concentrates.
We've been doing it for years. Our friends Jen and Gerard, they make great homemade pizza dough.
Jen's crust is
Very good, very good. We did that together. That was pretty cool.
We did. I love that.
And so we bring the toppings, and they bring the dough, and we have a good old time.
Just you put the bruschetta chicken down on it, and you can just do that by itself.
Yeah.
Throw a bunch of shredded mozzarella on top.
Awesome. Rob Leminski,
awesome.
what vocalist surprised me the most? Devin Townsend.
Yeah, for sure.
People have also asked if we had a favorite TV show from 2021. I think we both loved all of these, but Ted Lasso is one that we very much enjoy.
Yes.
We talk about, I think it finished in 2020, The Good Place. We talk about The Good Place all the time. We still watch The Good Place episodes quite often. What else did we see?
We keep watching Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, Schitt's Creek is
That'll
just a
always
great
be part of the rotation.
is fun. I mean, how can you not love all of those guys?
Oh God.
I mean, Catherine O'Hara and the Levies. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
We also, I tell you what, one that we watched right at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
I know the one you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I knew
It
that we were
was-
both going to go, what's the name of that again?
Because we live.
Damn, hold on, I'll look it up.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I know it. But we live so we live like halfway between New York and Philadelphia.
Yes.
And so we love going into the city, into New York, but it's expensive to go into the city. But going down to Philadelphia is a lot less expensive, and it's a cool town, and it's got a great vibe. There's a lot of great restaurants to go to down in Philadelphia, and that old downtown area is very interesting. And this show, it was called Dispatches from Elsewhere,
Yes.
was filmed in Philadelphia, and Jason Segel is behind it. It's just one season, and I think it's put out by AMC. If you can get to this, if you've got if you want to go on a really fun, artistic and philosophical ride for about 10 hours, it's I think it's 10 episodes. It has our highest seal of approval. Dispatches from Elsewhere.
Yeah. It's based on a real thing.
Sally Field is in it. I mean, come on.
Jason wrote it. He wrote it, correct?
Yeah.
And it's based on something that actually happened to him. There's a documentary. I know you can find the documentary on Amazon.
There's a documentary
about it. The
Jejune Institute in San Francisco is what it's based on. But they said it in Philly.
Correct.
Very interesting. Joe Bus, what happens in Philly should stay there. That's been our experience most of the time. We have our favorite restaurant that if we could pick a restaurant to go to and we had our pick, like anywhere, it's this little Greek restaurant in the Fairmount district, not too far from the art museum in Philadelphia, and it's a BYO and Dewey BY.
Absolutely Dewey BY. It's the
We
best.
normally go with 4 to 6 people and get enough food for a small army and just go to town.
It's
and
the best.
It's so much fun.
The owners,
and then we go try to run up the Rocky Steps because they're literally like a minute and a half around the corner in the car.
The owners of the place are the best people ever, and they're the people who pre-pandemic, it's one of those places where you walk in and they give you a hug.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Harriet, we haven't watched that one. We'll give it a Illume knows Zorba's. That is our place.
Yes,
that's
our
place. Zorba's Taverna on Fairmount.
So good.
Is it's just a great place to go. Yeah, but don't go on the nights where we go because we don't like it to be too crowded. We sit in the back, and we just we normally make a reservation late, and we end up drinking sake with the brothers as they close. Not sake. The what do you shoot? Yeah,
my brain just died.
My brain died too.
What's
the Greek? Uzo.
Uzo.
Yeah.
We the one brother had a snake bite shot with us for your birthday that year. Yeah. And what's funny is most people drink a snake bite shot and go,
Marco says Zorba is an underwear brand where he lives. Well, after you eat your Zorbas, you're going to feel your Zorbas.
But one of the owners of the restaurant took that shot and he tips it back and he's like,
"Oh, what is this?"
Okay. Like most people think that shot is like, "Whoa," and knocks you off your feet, kind of.
Oh, me.
Snake bite.
If your brother's that's where I got the hankering to make.
If Dan is still on and watching, Dan knows snake bite.
For sure.
Dan is the one who introduced the snake bite to you.
Yeah, we had too many of those at one of our birthdays.
That happened at our friend's house. That's a funny story, actually.
Hey, Leffy, I think getting into some soundtracks is going to be fun. That's one of the things that I want to branch out into. The hard thing is, there's a lot of songs they're so long in the queue. It's hard to think about branching out and doing new things until the list kind of dies down a bit. But I think the list is always going to be overwhelming. With so much good music being put out for us. So
and Mello, I think that's very accurate. That Zorba's tends to be kind of a default name for a lot of Greek restaurants. There are a lot of Greek restaurants named Zorba's.
That's our favorite.
This one stands out. It's wonderful.
And of course, the best steak in New Jersey is at my house.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. Speaking of, we need to get our steaks for tomorrow night. It's New Year's Eve. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I think it's about that time. And speaking of about that time, y'all, we're gonna go back and try to look at all of your thoughts through here.
I'm seeing some amazing comments from people, and you all.
How do we stop?
Wonderful.
I mean, how do we stop?
You're wonderful. We're very grateful and thankful for all of you. Thank you.
Oh man.
To have this kind of support and this community. What a great community of people all of you are. Just, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're very blessed.
Yeah. We when it comes to us, what you see is what you get, y'all. This is, we're just doing our thing and doing the best we can as we go, and we're just so thankful that you're along for the ride.
Yeah.
With us and part of the community. I want to keep hearing from you and hearing your send steaks instead of mugs. That would be a little harder to put in the.
That would have to be a very special game of trivia to send. Like, we could send some Omaha steaks, but that would have to be. We could do a raffle. We could raffle off some Omaha steaks.
Yeah, Memeplex has a good idea. A monthly movie Monday. Why not?
I like the idea of doing. We should pick. We can. I have some ideas.
Megan.
We'll talk about some ideas. We could do a raffle for. We'll pick a charity, and we can raffle off some. Like a nice big package from Omaha. Nice big package of steaks and chicken and whatever. From Omaha Steaks. Those potatoes, like the twice baked potatoes, really good.
Man, now see it's dinner time, so now I really have to go because priorities, y'all. This has been so much fun. We can't believe it's the end of the year, but we made it through 2021. When we started this year, we had less than 150 subscribers, and as of right now, I think we have north of 168,000. And I don't think I've asked once for people to subscribe, like on a regular episode. I just figured if people liked it, they'll subscribe because they want to be reminded of when new stuff happens. That's how the market works, right? So, yeah, that is not a lava lamp. That is our humidifier. What do we have in that tonight?
It's a diffuser.
Yes, it's a diffuser, so it's essential oils.
Yeah.
We've got.
You probably put stuff in there. You typically do eucalyptus, lavender, lemon,
and this has a little bit of vanilla.
You to add a drop of vanilla.
Yeah, that's what's in the room.
It's very nice.
Because I work hard in here, it gets stinky. Oh shit!
Okay, and on that note,
we should probably cut ourselves off. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday's live stream, and where we will announce what we figured out for how we're going to start out 2022. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Continued happy holiday wishes to everybody, and we'll see you soon. Peace.